Hey y'all, I'm Elisa, the Scrappy Wife behind ScrappyWife.com, and I'm so excited to film this video. Today is the day that I am going to set up my catch-all planner for 2024. I do have a video where I talk through my planner lineup, why I am using what I'm using, all of that goodness. And today I'm excited to kind of dig in and get this thing set up. I'm also going to, after I get it set up, walk you through how I decide what layout I'm going to do, how I decide what is going to go where in my planner. So that is coming. I will get this all set up and then we'll kind of flip through and I'll walk you through that process because I think it's really helpful to see how other people think through their setup. So I have several different planners here, several different inserts, and this is going to be a lot of fun. So I will be putting you all on fast forward. I'll walk you through my setup. We'll talk about it, and then we'll come back and get it decorated, get it ready, and get set for 2024. I will link the things that I'm using down in the description box below so you can check those out. Otherwise, let's go. The first step for me is always going to be choosing a cover and adding discs. I'm obsessed with this Missmaker cover. I love it. I loved it when it came out. I've already used it for a month in 2023, and big part of me thinks that it might be my planner cover for the entirety of 2024 because I absolutely love it. But the way I'm setting my planner up this particular year, I will be able to easily change out the covers. Instead of setting up a whole new planner every single month, there will be some things that I can easily swap out. So we're going to go with the Missmaker cover, gold discs, and now it's all ready to be filled in. I've grabbed these clear dividers from Live Love Posh. Again, these are going to help me be able to change things out a little bit more easily this year. Instead of setting up a brand new planner every single month, I will be able to add in pages as I need, add in sections as I need, take them out. And I love that these clear dividers are going to allow me to do that. Something that I started towards the end of 2023 that I want to carry through 2024 is using these monthly pages as a pre-planning page. So these are from the Happy Planner, and they are some older ones and some that came in a gratitude box. What I did was predate them for all of 2024 for each month so that when things come up, I can immediately write it down on those pages and I will have those for the entirety of the year. And then somewhere starting probably next summer, I'll start adding in pages for 2025. The next section is going to be my weekly section. I am using the dashboard layout for the weekly section just because it's going to give me a lot of functionality. And then daily pages. These are daily pages that I have designed, a couple of different types that will be available on my website super soon. And I love them. They're kind of a journaling page / daily page combined. And I think they're going to be pretty versatile. Next, I'm going to keep track of wellness. I do that on a lined vertical spread to track exercise and kind of like a meal log situation. And last but not least, I do like having a creative journal, just a fun outlet to use in different ways. And I'm going to use the Kelva Plan dashboard planner for that as well. I talk more about all of those choices in my planner setup, or sorry, my planner lineup video. So you can be sure to check those out. Last but not least, I always need some note pages. It's always good to have extra paper in the back of your planner. So that is what I'm adding in next. And that is all the very bare basics of what I need in my catch-all planner from month to month. The Live Love Posh dividers do come with some labels, and luckily all the words that I was looking for were on these labels, or else I would have just grabbed my label maker to add them in. We're going to add monthly at the top for that monthly section, then weekly is the next, daily. I put those in that order on purpose because it kind of builds towards the daily. Then after the daily is where I put wellness, then journal, and the last but not least will be the notes section. These are really great, these particular dividers, because you can change them out. I can just take these labels off and use them in other ways if I need to. And I even have a whole other set of these dividers that I can add in if I end up deciding to add in some other sections in my planner. So once those are labeled, let's play with a little bit of decorating. I do like the idea of changing out my dividers and my covers seasonally maybe, or just as I want kind of a refresh. And I think if you use the clear dividers and then change out some of the decor pieces behind them, that can give you the same effect. So I have some cardstock here. I'm going to do 5 of these. I'm cutting them down to 7 inches wide, 9¼ inches tall. That's the size of a classic Happy Planner page. I'm going to punch them right here, and then I'm going to repurpose some different dividers. You can do this with older dividers, maybe dividers that you had this year that you loved, or dividers from the past. I'm actually going to use some of the Miss Maker dividers from those different planners, and I have these pages right here. I'm going to cut down some of these dividers and attach them to the pages that I have printed off. And I'll show you what I mean. So I'm going to actually cut it down. I'm going to cut off 1/2 inch all the way around so that I cut off the extra discs in the bottom and the top. There we go. And I'll do that with several different ones that I pull from that divider. Here's the deal. It's hard to reuse the Happy Planner dividers sometimes because they do have the calendar on the back. So the best way to get an opportunity to reuse them is to either cut them down like this and add them to another divider. You can add scrapbook paper to the back of these particular dividers so that it's covered up and you can use it for a different purpose. For me, it was easier to cut these down because I actually didn't want a tab on them. I just want to use them as purely decorative. And it's always great to get an opportunity to go back and use some of those planner supplies that you have loved for a long time. And it feels, I don't know, it feels sad when you just kind of have to toss them at the end, or you just don't use those dividers because they're out of date. And in this way, I'm able to reuse the beautiful dividers as decor. So you can see I'm just going to add it onto the middle of this particular page that I popped out. I'm going to get a little bit of washi tape to add that just to give it a little bit of extra character here, just some black and white stars. And these took pretty much no time to create, so it doesn't feel super intimidating to consider that, you know, perhaps I want to change these out. Perhaps I want to do spring florals or some summer fun or next fall. Like I can see wanting to change them out as the year goes on. And I have so many old dividers from other different planners that I've had in the past. Plus I have beautiful scrapbook papers in my stash that would also make nice decor pieces. As I was kind of planning my planner lineup this fall, it really did strike me how often we waste so many of the supplies that we purchase because we're buying multiple full-size planners with all the covers and all the discs and all the dividers. And a lot of us really like this system, which is called frankenplanning, where you combine the different sections all into one planner. I like it because then I just need this planner. I don't have to take 4 planners with me when I'm going to kids' sports and things like that just to work in my planner. All right, a couple more of these. I love these dividers. I think they're so cute and I love these illustrations. I'm excited to have them in my planner for 2024. And I can always pop these out and save them and use them again on a different month or a different season. So I can kind of create my own little stash of these really pretty kind of inserts. And I'll talk a little bit later. They're not only going to be decorative, but I do want them to be functional as well. And I'll show you how I plan to make that happen. So I'm going to put them directly behind those clear dividers so that when you flip to that divider, that's the first thing you're going to see. So it's going to be kind of the beginning of each section except for the notes section because I only did 5. I figured notes is just notes. So you can just pop to that section pretty easily. There it is. See how cute that is? All the different sections. Now I am working here. I'm just going to add the dates to my wellness section. I'm using a lined vertical for the wellness. I'm using some of my undated inserts that I created, again, available over on my website, adding the dates here just for fun. And then I'm going to show you on this particular month or this part of my wellness layout. I like to track the rings on my Apple Watch. Let's add the month of January here at the top. The book I'm using, the sticker book I'm using, is actually from Hobby Lobby. It's one of my favorite date sticker books. It just has so many fun, colorful options. So very simple, got all the dates there. And then I created these stickers that I just print off myself, print them on white sticker paper, and I like to color them in each day for how my rings did the day before. So I can kind of track, this is kind of my overall wellness, I guess, like health, wellness, moving, tracking all that. It is ready to go. This one is going to be for weather, and I'll show you those stickers just in a bit. And then I want to go ahead and add the dates, the numbers on my January monthly. I'm not quite ready to decorate this one yet. I'm going to do that in, I just at a different, I don't know, planning session, but I will go ahead and add the numbers, again, pulling from that same sticker book from Hobby Lobby. I probably need to go buy another one of these sticker books because I absolutely love it. I think it's Paper Studio. That's my guess on what this one is, but they have some great planning supplies over at Hobby Lobby. All right, the back, I am going to pop in a folder. That is not something that I had in all of 2023, but I have a lot of stickers that I'm wanting to kind of have with me. Some of them are from Proud Sticker Designs. They're really beautiful handwritten pieces or just beautiful fonts that I want to use for some words that might come up on a regular basis. So those are going to find their way into my planner. We're going to add those right there. And then I also want to do, as I look through and see just how everything is fitting in, it's all looking good. I also want to include weather stickers. I, for the first time, started tracking weather in my planner sometime at the beginning of this past school year, so the fall of 2023, and I really enjoyed the process, which might seem a little bit random just because it's something I haven't done before in my planner, but I liked it. And so what I decided to do was create stickers that I can easily pop in that kind of note what the weather was like, and then I mark the high and low temperature, and I do that at the beginning of the journaling section of my catch-all planner. So what you see me doing here is cutting apart those stickers, just making them into some long strips that I can pop in that folder. I like being able to do it on my Cricut, makes it super easy. And then I will just put those in the back, and that's going to be it for the basic planner setup. Then I want to walk you through how I plan to use the sections of my planner, because that is a question that I get all of the time. All right, so I have all of the basics of my catch-all planner ready to go, even packed with a few stickers that I'm thinking I'm going to be using this year. I love how sleek this is now. I love how colorful I am able to make it. And I'm ready to kind of make a plan for how I want to plan, which is, I think, important to go into your new year, your new time of planning, and kind of figure out what you want to do. So what I like to do before I completely decorate this and have fun with it is kind of make a plan. So here's my thought. My back of these decorative dividers, these are just literally decorative sheets. I can change these out whenever I want. I'm wanting those to actually serve a purpose as well. So this one will be my word of the year, which I'm very excited about. This one is going to be a vision board. These are things that I like to include in my planner that I want to include in this one as well. So I just want to make sure I'm getting it in here. Okay. Those I'm going to do there. I'm not quite sure. I think this one might end up being some habit tracking. So we'll see how that one goes. The thought is that these might be things I change out. We'll kind of see. Habit tracking. But I want them to serve a purpose as well as be fun and decorative. And we'll talk about the other ones here in a minute. So we start off with the beginning of the planner. This is my look at the year ahead. This is kind of my pre-planning area. You can see I have these dated all the way through the year. These are some happy planner inserts I had left over. Just went through and dated it. That should be simple enough. On the backs of some of these, you can see that I don't really have anything on the back. So I'm not totally sure what I would put here, if I want it to be the back of this month, like the back of March, or if I want it to correspond with April. we'll kind of see how that goes, how that ends up working. Okay, let's talk about how my weekly section is going to work. This is where I brainstorm the things that I am wanting to keep track of, and then we'll figure out where those things are going to go. So we have weekly schedule. That's a big thing. We have home tasks. That would be, you know, the daily chores, things like that. Then, this is kind of an old sticky note. That might not work super well. Maybe I'll rewrite that one. That's rough. These sticky notes maybe don't last forever. Let's move this one over. Let's rewrite home tasks right here. Something else I need to do on the regular basis is meal plan for sure. I know that in 2024, there's a lot of decluttering. So I'm going to do declutter plan. That's going to be important to me. I'm wanting to track a little bit more self-care because that's something that got neglected in 2023. That's going to be important to me. Again, this is just me brainstorming all the different things. I want to do exercise, track the exercise. I want to not just meal plan, but track my meals. So let me, my goodness, these are not wanting to come off. So meal log, I guess you would call that. Got that. Let's see, let's kind of go, here's what I'm thinking. So the currently page, I didn't always use as a currently page. I'm wondering if it could be where I have a declutter plan and a self-care plan. Like planning for the month, these are some things that I want to get accomplished. Then as you go into the week, there's my monthly layout. This will be schedule based. This is gonna be weekly schedule over here. I'm thinking meal planning will happen here. We got home tasks. I would love for this area up here to be an affirmation. I think that plays into self-care. So we're going to do an affirmation right here. Meal plan in this area. I know that my exercise, let's flip over to here. Exercise is going to be tracked in this layout specifically. For my wellness, I like to do exercise up here, meal logging down here, and then I will do a check-in right here. And actually, I want this specifically. These are, I'm going to put physical. These are physical, check-in. How am I physically feeling in that moment? Let's look back. Okay. In the weekly, a declutter plan, a self-care plan. This is going to be schedule, meal plan, and then I can have another area for here. That'll go through the week. I would love to do a monthly highlights. So I'm going to just add highlights. I'd love to do that at the end of the month, almost like a memory keeping. Then we get into daily, habit tracking. Love that. And then all my daily sheets, some different styles. As we get into wellness, this I think will be wellness goals for the month. Wellness goals, and then, yeah, I think that will work. For this front page, this is where I track my Apple Watch ring. And then we have a plan for this. Then we come to journaling. This, I feel like, would be a great page for gratitude. Monthly gratitude, almost like making a list. We'll see how that works out. Then this is where I do weather, which I think is perhaps a little random, but it's where I like to do the weather. So we're going to go ahead and make a plan for that. And will the post-it notes stay here? No, but I'm making a plan as we start. So this one will be journaling. And then I'm wanting to do kind of a hybrid of photos and lists, creative lists. Oops. Creative lists. Okay. And that'll be the plan for that section. And then we have notes and then some stickers, all of that business. There we go. That is going to be my catch-all planner for 2024. Like I said in my planner lineup video, for me, flexibility is key this year. I want to be able to change things up as I see fit. I want to take that post-it note procedure and be able to change things up depending on what season of life, what season of the year. And I like being able to change up my planner. It just makes me happy and it helps me to stay engaged with the planner. I very much hope that you enjoyed this setup video and that it gave you some ideas for your 2024 setup. I think it's going to be a fabulous year and I'm very excited to dive into this planner. If you have any questions or comments, make sure to leave them down in the comment box below. I'd love to hear what you think of this planner setup and how you are planning to get your planner all ready to go for the new year. As always, I will link everything that I used in the description box below, so be sure to check over there. I want to give a huge shout out to all of my Patreon members. 2024 is going to be a fabulous year over on Patreon. Now is the time to join so you don't miss out on any of the fun. You can start your 7-day free trial today. All right, I hope that you have a fabulous day. And as always, keep it creative.